All right. So we're live. We're good. We're ready to go. We're going to be doing another live recording of the podcast. But before we get into the show, as you guys tune in, drop me a comment to let me know that you're following along. Drop me a win for the week, something that has happened this week that you're proud of, that you're happy about, anything big that you have coming up. If you're watching this back on the replay, if you're listening to the podcast, make sure that you're dropping a comment as well, letting me know that you're here, letting me know that you're watching, and letting me know what you're taking away as we go through it. So before we get into it, as always, I want to just make it clear who I'm looking for on these live streams, who I'm looking for tuning into this show, whether it's on the podcast, on YouTube, any of those other channels that you can access it. The people I'm looking for on this show are people involved in the journey of becoming an athlete, people involved, whether that's athletes themselves, whether that's coaches, whether that's anyone along that journey. If you know someone who is looking to take their athletic career to the next level, someone who is coaching young athletes that are looking to take their careers to the next level, if you know someone who is the parent of a young athlete looking to take their career to the next level, that is what we're all about here. That is who we're trying to talk to. So make sure you're sharing the show with them. Make sure you're telling them to tune into these live streams so that they can learn a little bit about what that journey is all about and how they can better help themselves or the people in their lives along it. So we're going to get into the show, and today we're going to be asking a question, and that question is, what do you really want? Because I hear a lot of athletes tell me that, they want to reach the top of the top of the top. They want to make millions of dollars in their sport. They want to, they want to have it all. But an interesting twist on that is, instead of just looking at the perks that come with reaching that level, today we're going to dig into a little bit of that responsibility. And why am I telling you all this now? Let's start the show and then we'll get into all of that. So we're going to get into the podcast asking, what do you really want, in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Elite Development Podcast, the show designed to help athletes gain an edge on their opponents and build their dream careers in sport. And today, we are asking a question. Today, we are asking you, what do you really want? Now, the reason I'm asking this question is because so many athletes out there, so many that I speak to, and so many that you can find online, want to reach the top in their sport. They want, all the accolades. They want to make the millions. They want to be adored by the fans. They want all of those great things that come along with being a professional athlete at the highest level. However, so many of those same athletes that tell me that this is what they want to reach the top, they want to be the best, so many of them don't understand what actually comes with being at the top in your sport. What kind of responsibilities actually come with these goals that they have set for themselves. So what we're going to talk about today on the show is figuring out where you're actually at and understanding what it is you actually want out of your career. So if you're a young athlete right now and you have big goals for your sport, you're telling yourself, hey, I want to reach the top. I want to be the best. I want to have all of those accolades. I want to have those millions of fans. I want all of those great things that come along with a career in sport. What I want to reinforce with you today is what actually goes into achieving that. So if you are one of those people, if you're looking to reach the top, I want you to really take a good hard look at yourself and see if you are doing the work that you need to be doing in order to actually get there. Now, the first thing I want to ask is just a quick question that just puts this all into perspective a little bit, which is, does your action match your ambition? Because if you want to reach the top in a sport, you're talking this big game, you're talking about all these big goals, you've got to live the lifestyle that allows you to reach those levels. You've got to live the lifestyle that allows you to be at the top in your sport. So if this is you, ask yourself, what does your lifestyle look like? Are you taking proper care of your nutrition? Do you have the don't miss attitude when it comes to your training? Are you getting a good amount of sleep every night? Or are you staying up late? Are you playing video games? Are you watching TV? Doing all of these things that are taking away from your recovery, in turn taking away from your training, in turn taking away from your aspirations. Because it's easy to say we want to be at the top. It's easy to say we want to climb to the top of the mountain. Everybody wants to be there. It would be amazing to have millions of fans. But are you the one willing to do the work that it takes to actually get the millions of fans? Are you the one willing to deal with the backlash of being a person in the spotlight? So, does your action match your ambition? That is the first question I want you to ask yourself. And this is not just in the sport alone, because it's easy to show up to the stuff you enjoy. As an example, I work a lot with combat athletes, so I know they love being in the gym, punching and kicking people. That is how they like to spend their time. That is their passion. That is what they love to do. So they'll spend hours there. So I'm not talking about, are you willing to show up to training? What I'm talking about is, what are you doing when you're not at training? Are you showing up to your strength and conditioning work the same way you're showing up to the MMA gym or the boxing gym or whatever it is? Are you showing up to prepping your meals the same way that you're showing up to the MMA gym, the boxing gym, whatever it is? Are you showing up at home when it's time to get a good night's sleep instead of stay up and watch those 2 to 3 more episodes of that show you've seen 10 times that you really don't need to be watching, the same way as you're showing up to the MMA gym or the boxing gym or whatever else it is? Because if you're not showing up to these things, if you're not showing up in every single area, you are giving yourself the opportunity to get outworked. You are giving someone else the opportunity to beat you. You're giving someone else the opportunity to take your spot at the top of that mountain. And yeah, this is not always fun. I'm not sitting here saying that it's going to be easy for you to show up diligently for every single task you have through your week, to show up diligently for all of those little things that you don't want to do. I understand, as a strength and conditioning coach, I could ask every single athlete I work with, would you rather be at my gym or would you rather be at your MMA gym? Would you rather be at my gym or would you rather be out on the ice if you're a hockey player? And every single one of them are going to say they'd rather be at the sport. They'd rather be at the MMA gym. They'd rather be out on the ice. They'd rather be out on the court. Whatever their sport is, that's where they'd rather be, because that's what they enjoy. But even if you're the person who's spending the most hours at the MMA gym practicing those skills, reinforcing those skills, if you don't have the speed, you don't have the power, you don't have the strength to back up your skill set, you're giving yourself an opportunity to get outworked. Do you see where this is going? Do you understand yet? You're giving yourself an opportunity for someone to have something and be able to bring something to the table that you don't bring to the table. So now, with that question behind us, the action matching the ambition, the next thing I want to look at is what actually comes with being an athlete at the top level. Let's say I just asked you that question and you look and you say, yes, everything is perfect. I'm doing everything really well. I'm showing up to every single training session. I'm not missing a beat. I'm prepping meals every week. I'm eating healthy. I'm sleeping well. All of these things are 100% on. I've got nothing I can improve. I want to be at the top of the mountain. Now, when you think about the top of the mountain, what do you think of? When you think about being a professional athlete at the highest level, what are you thinking of? The chances are you're thinking of the love, the admiration, everybody cheering when you walk in the room because you're that guy that everybody wants to be, or you're that girl that everybody wants to be. Look at the other side of it. Look at the dark side of it. When things aren't going your way, are you the kind of person that can handle the hate that you're going to get when you're at the top of the mountain and you're not performing to the best of your ability? Because that's going to happen. Champions lose fights. Hockey players go on slumps, get into slumps. How would I say that? However you say it. Hockey players have times where they're not playing at their best. Everybody has those moments. Everybody has those points in their career that they're not doing well. And when you're not doing well, you got to ask yourself, are you able to handle the hate that you're going to receive? Because if you think people at that level don't receive hate, you are absolutely out of your mind. People at this level, people that you aspire to be like, maybe not from you, but these people are receiving hate on a daily basis. And so what I want you guys to think is that if you truly want to be an athlete at the top level and you face that adversity, you go through a period of time where you're not competing at your best. You go through a period of time where you're not doing everything that you know you can do, and people start to turn on you. How is that going to affect you? Walking down the street and having people yell at you, you suck because you're not doing well on Saturday night. How is that going to affect you? dealing with the millions of fans on the internet talking crap about you because you're not doing well on Saturday night? How is that going to affect you? Because right now, I could tell you, I would have a lot of trouble with that. But I put work into my mindset every single day. Every single morning, I have a morning routine that I go through, journaling, affirmations, gratitudes, goals, things that I want to achieve. And the reason I want to achieve those things is for me, for my future family, for the athletes I work with, for my business, everything. But putting the work into my mindset every day, focusing on making sure that I'm improving my mindset and I'm helping myself level up as a person, not just as a business owner, is ensuring that, and this is only again from a coach's standpoint, so this is going to be on a fraction of a level that a lot of athletes are going to be receiving it, but it's ensuring that as my name in the industry grows and as more people start to know who I am, I'm equipped to handle people not liking who I am. I'm equipped to handle people thinking that what I do is stupid. I'm equipped to handle the hate that I know comes along with the goals that I want to achieve. So I ask you, are you putting effort into your mindset every day? Do you have some sort of routine that is going to help you better handle adversity? Do you have some sort of routine that is going to help you when things get more difficult? Do you have some sort of routine that is going to help you as you continue along the path, as you continue to improve as an athlete? Do you have some sort of routine that you have in place every day that you can turn to when things aren't going your way? Because if you don't, this is something you're going to need to start developing. This is something that every athlete I've spoken to at a high level has to some degree or another. And if you want to be there one day, you've got to have it too. So, a pretty quick one today, but I want to leave you guys all with a challenge. So what I want you to do is come up with a real answer. After listening to these questions, come up with a real answer of what it is exactly that you want from your athletic career. Understanding that people at the top level receive hate. Understanding that people at the top level, yes, there's a lot of good that comes with that life, but there's a lot of negative that comes with that life too. So do you still want to be that guy? Do you still want to be that girl? Do you still want to be the best in the world? Or do you want to have a good career in the sport where you make enough money to support your family and you're able to live a little bit of a quieter lifestyle? No. What is it that you actually want in your career? And to come up with that real answer, I want you guys to think even deeper than just the career itself. Think about what kind of home life you want. What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of car do you want to buy? What kind of partner do you want? All of these little things, and the clearer that vision is in every single area of your life, the better and better and better you're going to be able to put the time and the effort into making it come true. So that is it. That is all. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. I truly enjoy bringing this show to you all 3 times a week, and you can bet it is absolutely going to continue. So I hope you guys took away some value. If you did, I would love to know what it was. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you took away. Let me know what you enjoyed. Let me know what you want from your athletic career after you sit down and think about it. If you enjoy the show, make sure to subscribe to the podcast on all the major platforms. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then make sure to follow me on social media for more of this kind of content every day. So all the notes on how to do that will be in the show notes below. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you all again soon. Have an amazing rest of your day.